Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been so long since I said that. If you're just seeing me for the first time, my name is Olivia. This is my YouTube channel. I welcome you. So we are not going to be vlogging today. Today we are going to be talking about my school, Nile University. I'm currently in 400 level. I am a law student, and over these years, I've been getting lots and lots and lots and lots of messages about Nile University. Some of you have asked me questions, and I tried to respond to you guys. But today, I'm actually going to be making a video to actually talk about it and answer questions, because I know that a lot of people have a lot of questions about Nile University, and I'm going to try my best to answer all the questions that I've gotten in over 2 years now. Yeah, because I believe it's still going to help some people. So yeah, I hope this video helps you. First of all, I'm going to be telling you guys what I wish I knew in my 100 level and how not knowing those things then have affected me in these previous years. When I got into 100 level, one of the biggest mistakes I made was not knowing how to manage my time. You need to learn how to manage time. In my 100 level, I usually spend my time doing things that really didn't matter. I'd procrastinate a lot. I would, go out, have fun with my friends, and I'll just leave the academics behind. Not like I was leaving it behind, but like I'll just prioritize my social life above my academics. And then during exam period, I'll start hurrying to catch up and I'll start struggling. And that really affected me a lot. And I just want to put it out there that you need to learn how to manage your time. Prioritize your academics. Know when to relax and have fun, but also know when to take your books seriously. If not, you're just going to cause a lot of harm to yourself, and it's just going to make the whole thing so stressful and uneasy for you. I had to teach myself how to prioritize my academics, how to prioritize my rest, because it's actually very important for you to take rests once in a while. How to prioritize my social life, hanging out with friends and stuff like that. I just knew when to do each of these things. There's time to have fun with your friends, and there's time to actually take your books seriously. And you wouldn't wait till exam season or to midterms to actually start reading your books. I would advise you to make time, maybe twice a week or once a week, and actually just go through the things that you've learned, so that when it's time for an exam, you wouldn't be stranded. Managing your time properly in university makes the whole university life and experience less stressful, because you're not constantly putting yourself under pressure. Another thing we are going to be talking about is the reading culture. Now, reading culture in university is usually always very different from maybe secondary school, because in secondary school you could say, okay, you're going to study the whole night, you're going to cover everything that you've done for the term in one night, and you'd still pass. But in university, it's usually not that easy. Some people still do it, but I wouldn't advise anybody to do it, honestly, because it's better you start reading on time than you now say you want to read the whole scheme of work in one night. Especially for those of you who want to study law in the university, I would not advise you to let the whole workload pile up and then you just decide one random night before your exam that you're going to sit down and study the whole scheme of work in one night, and you're thinking is a flex until you fail. Please, I would not advise anybody to do that. I think you should start reading way before your exams, because it just makes the whole thing easy, and it's something sensible that a sensible somebody would know to do. People that are doing other courses that are not so hard, they can do it and they can like cover up and they'll still pass. But for people doing law or maybe medicine or even engineering, all these really, really hard courses, I would not advise any of you to do that. Read on time. Read on time, oh. You get why? Read on time. Another thing I'm going to be talking about is how to balance your social life and your academics. Now, once you enter university, the whole hype about university, the freedom you get, going for parties, meeting new people, hanging out with people, the whole thing, it gets exciting. But then, if you don't know how to balance your social life and your academics, you're going to struggle in one. Do you understand? If you prioritize going for parties, hanging out with your friends, doing the whole exciting university stuff, you're going to struggle academically. In my 100 level, I didn't really know how to balance my social life and my academic life because I obviously wanted to be outside. I wanted to have fun with people, make new friends, hang around with people, enjoy myself. But then it was at the expense of my academics. And now that I have grown a little, I've realized that the key is moderation. You need to know what actually works for you. You need to know when to lock in and say, okay, this is time for my academics. I'm not going to prioritize my social life at the expense of my academics. Honestly, some people don't really care about their academics, but I'm talking to people that are serious. If you're serious with your academics, then you'd obviously have the sense to know that, okay, now it's time for my books. Friends, you can make friends later, you can hang out later. University is not just about studying and about reading or getting good grades. It's also about connecting with people, having experiences that will shape you, making new friends and all that. But if you now prioritize those things over your academics, your grades and your whole academic experience, your whole academic life is going to suffer, and nobody wants that. So the thing is, you need to know what works for you. It's more of knowing how to balance it 50-50. When it's time to read, I'm seriously reading, and when it's time to have fun, when it's time to connect and socialize with people, okay, yes, I can also do that, but not at the expense of my academics. So my advice now to freshers is enjoy your social life, but don't let it distract you from achieving your goals in university. Don't prioritize your social life at the expense of your academics. Have fun in university. Nobody's saying you shouldn't have fun. Have fun, network with people, make new friends, enjoy the whole university experience. Also, make time to read your books. Read your books, take your academics seriously, try to pass your test, try to do well in your exams, but don't be so focused on, you know, reading your books and then you don't have a social life and then you just miss out on the whole university experience. So I'm going to be talking about the hostel life now. For those of you who plan on coming to the hostel, Nile University hostel, I am going to try to give you people a few tips that can help you survive hostel life. The first thing I think you should know is that there's a curfew. The rules are very strict also. The curfew is 10 o'clock. So if you're not in school, if you're not in the hostel premises by 10 o'clock, you're going to sign a query. And if you sign that query 3 times, if you get 3 queries, it's like just receiving 3 strikes. You're going to be suspended from hostel or they're going to punish you. I really don't know how they punish people, but like I know they do suspend people from hostel. So once you get 3 queries, you just be suspended from hostel. I don't know how long the whole suspension thing is, but sometimes they suspend people and they don't let them back into the hostel, except you have somebody that would actually talk for you and beg on your behalf. They actually take the whole coffee thing very seriously. If you're in the school premises but you're not in hostel, you're still going to receive query. You cannot cook in hostel. I think someone was asking me if you can cook in hostel. In my 100 level, you could, but now you don't cook anymore. But the kitchen is always open to in case you have food that you want to keep in the fridge. But like they stop people from cooking. So even if you're coming to hostel, if you come with rice or spaghetti or anything that you can cook, they'll seize it. Once they see that you have any food item on you, they seize it. You can also decide to pay for school food. I think it's like 500K, but I'm not really sure about the particular amount. So if you want to pay for school food, you can pay. The thing is, they give breakfast and then dinner. They don't give lunch. So you might want to buy your lunch from the school food court because there's a food court in school. If you don't pay for school food, they have food vendors, so you can go there and buy your food. Now for the hostel has 4 buildings, right? I think it's 4 if I'm not mistaken. So there's Mississippi, there's White Nile, there's Shibel, there is Lake Tana, and now there's Nile Delta. Okay, yeah, there are 5 buildings. So Mississippi, Shibel, White Nile, Lake Tana, and Nile Delta. In each hostel, they have like room of four. There's room of four. There's no room of six in Mississippi, not that I know of, but there's room of four. There's room of six. Yeah, I think there's only room of four, room of six. There's room of five in Mississippi, and they allocate rooms according to your level. So for people in their 400 level or people in their final year, Mississippi is the hostel for them. Then maybe people in 300, 200, they can give them White Nile. 100 level, they can get now Delta, Lake Tana, all these new buildings. Another thing we are going to be talking about is a few mistakes that freshers make. So something that I learned the hard way is overspending. I wouldn't really advise anybody to overspend. The allowance that they give you, know how to manage it. Don't try to fit in or be like other people. Some people, they have allowance of 200k and they know how to handle it well. They can overspend and they'll still get their money back. But if you know that if you know that you overspending is going to have a big impact on you, I would advise that you learn to save your money. Don't try to fit in with the people that you see overspending and then you just want to be like the rest of them and then you just follow them to overspend. You're going to suffer. Oh, please stick to your allowance. Know how to spend your money. Nobody's saying you shouldn't buy stuff for yourself, but then know when to not overspend. Don't try to claim the whole rich kid tag. Really doesn't do much for anybody. So yeah, don't try to gain that identity for yourself. Also, it's important to network with people, make friends in school. It's good to be low key, but then you should also learn to make friends because you don't know who you're going to meet that might actually help you. And even apart from that, it's good to know people, know the people around you, make friends with people, socialize with people. Don't just be on your own. I mean, some people are introverts, but still, you cannot come to a whole university and then in the whole of your life you would not make any friend. I don't even think that's possible. So yeah, try to make friends, try to talk to people, try to socialize. Also, there is a strict dress code in school. They adhere to their dress code, like they take it so seriously. So nobody wants you wearing anything short. Apparently now, your jeans, if you have ripped jeans, they can tell you to go and change or they'll just query you or something like that. But yeah, they take the whole dress code thing seriously. So nobody wants you exposing any part of your body like that because the security people there, they actually, I really don't know how much they're paying them, but they take it seriously. They really, really do. They take it seriously. So as you're coming to university, please bring your modest outfits. Wear things that are modest and something that you can wear outside because if a security person should see you wearing something that is exposing, they'll probably not let you into your block, into your academic block. And now this applies for both people in hostel and people off campus. As long as you're in school, if you're wearing anything that is inappropriate according to their standard, they will tell you, okay, go back home or go and change, or they'll not even allow you into your department, like your block. So yeah, that's all about it. And right now I'm just going to dive in and answer a few questions that I've gotten. So this one says, my major concern is making friends because I don't really know how to walk up to people and talk. So I wanted to know if there is any tip you can give me and also how now students behave. Okay, when I came to university, I didn't have any friends and I didn't know how to make friends. Not just I didn't have friends, I didn't know how to make friends because I was really shy. I was really, 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 really shy. And something I want to say is you don't have to walk up to somebody and say, oh, my name is blah 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 and I want to be your friend. Cause I think that's weird. And I don't advise anybody to do that. Please don't walk up to anybody and say your name and you want to be their friend. It's not really a nice approach. Walking up to people and introducing yourself, it's good, but like it's not something I'd advise anybody to do. Depending on how you'd walk up to the person actually. If it's somebody in your class, you can start by having small talks with them and from there the conversation will just go on and then you guys might just become friends at the end of the day. First of all, if you have roommates, then making friends should be easy. You can start by asking, oh, what's your name? What course are you studying? And just like that, small talks can start between you two. And for people that are not in a hostel but come to school and you're looking for how to make friends, you can talk to people in your class. The thing is, I would advise you to be approachable because you wouldn't know who wants to be your friend. Some people can look at somebody and be like, oh, I want this person to be my friend. But if you're not approachable, it's just going to make the whole thing hard. So I advise you to be approachable. Have an outgoing character. Let people be able to come to you and talk to you. Also, you can join small groups in school. They have drama group. There are plenty groups in school that you can join. So you might as well just join a community, and then from there you'd obviously start talking to people, or people can even come to talk to you, and then just like that you just become friends with the person because you obviously be seeing them every day in your group. Yeah, and you can also join a fellowship. You can join the school fellowship, join a department in the fellowship. People in fellowship are really outgoing, so people would want to be your friend. People would come to talk to you, to introduce themselves, to get to know you. Making friends is not as hard as it looks. You just have to be willing to actually socialize with people. At the end of the day, you're in university, you're in a place full of people, and everybody's also looking for connection. Everybody's trying to talk to people, everybody's trying to socialize. So be yourself, be approachable, allow people to walk up to you and talk to you. And then she asked me how Nile students behave. I really don't know how to answer this question because I don't know how to tell you how a lot of people behave because a lot of people have different characters. Well, from the general perspective, people in Nile, I think they are outgoing to an extent, but everybody knows how to mind their business at the same time. She also said, and please too, I also don't have much clothes, and I heard for uni, one needs a lot of clothes. Could you please give me tips on generic clothes I could bring so that I look stylish? The reason for you coming to school is not to look stylish, and you don't actually need a lot of clothes to come to university or to fit in. You don't need to have a huge wardrobe before you come to university. You don't have to have plenty clothes or a lot of clothes before you come to university. And most people actually recycle their outfits, like they wear their outfits. It's okay to wear your outfits again and again and again. Nobody really cares. It's your outfit, it's your clothes. Stop worrying that, oh, I wore this clothes last week. When they say that is this the only clothes I have? Like, at the end of the day, nobody really cares like that. And even if they care, and so like, if you don't have a lot of clothes, you don't have to worry yourself about it. You can obviously always buy new clothes, but even if you don't have the money right now to afford anything new, make do with what you have. You don't have to have like plenty clothes before you look stylish. Looking stylish is not about the amount of clothes that you have, it's about how you style the clothes that you have. So you can have one pair of jeans and top and something else, and you just know how to mix the whole clothes, and it becomes a very good outfit. It's about how you combine what you already have. She said I should give her tips on some clothes that I think she should bring. I'm just going to try and give you some clothes that I think every fresher should have or should bring. So first of all, you want to have jeans, like a black jean. You can also have blue jeans. You can also get plain tops, like this one now. Get plain t-shirts. You can get white, black, anything at all, because those ones are easy to style. So you just get black jeans. You can wear one black jeans with five different tops. You don't have to do too much at the end of the day. Yeah, I also would advise you to accessorize, like get good earrings, get like simple chains, simple jewelries. You can get a wristwatch, a bag, something simple, but then something you can wear. And I would also like to say that it's not always about the clothes. Sometimes you can put yourself in order, like look good. Your hair can be neatly done. You can do your lashes if you want to. You don't even need to. You can do your lashes, you can do your nails. Those things are optional, but like they also help to, boost someone's confidence to make you feel good. So those things you can even make up for it. Iron your clothes so that you look smart. Don't don't just wear anything and go out, so that you're not just looking tacky. She also asked me, she said, sorry, I'm asking too much questions, and I also want to know, how do you stay close to God? Because I don't want to lose my faith. Now, staying close to God, I told her when I texted her that it's your choice. You need to decide that as I'm coming to university, I don't want anything to sway my feet. I don't want anything to, pull me away from God. I don't want to, get so caught up in the whole university experience that I'm now losing my faith. I don't even know what I believe in anymore. Because a lot of people come to university and they come on fire for God, and as they are leaving, it's just like a whole different person. And it's really sad, honestly. It's really, really sad. So I told her that you have to decide that, okay, no matter what happens. And that's why it's important to pray, because it gets overwhelming sometimes and it's not easy, because a lot of people are bringing in a lot of things. You're hearing a lot of things. And if you're not discerning enough, you can fall for anything, you can believe anything. So you should pray to God, and you should also make up your mind. Be so convinced that nothing is shaking my faith. Sometimes it's hard, but still decide, make up your mind, pray to God, tell God, okay, this is what is happening. Oh, people are saying this thing. I don't want to fall. I don't want to do this. I don't want to, get so caught up in the whole university experience that I now forget about you. I forget my faith. And also, it is important that you join the fellowship. So there's a Christian fellowship, NCF. You join a department, come to church. There are structures that the school, like the school fellowship, has already provided for university people that would help you to stand strong in your faith. There's Bible study every Thursday, there are prayers every Friday, then Sunday church, two services, just a lot of things that would actually help you. So try to engage in those activities. If there's Bible study, come for Bible study. If there's prayers, come for prayers. Sunday service, try your best to come, because those things will help you at the end of the day. Someone said, good morning. How long is the semester in your school, and how many holidays is there? Is there a holiday, and how long is the holiday? And how long is the shortest holiday? So you're asking how long is the longest holiday and how long is the shortest holiday. I'm going to start by answering the last question, which is, what is the longest holiday and how long is it for? The longest holiday is the summer break, and it goes on for 4 months. The second semester always ends June, July. So some people start their break July, August, September. 100 level people, they start resuming September, then October, the 200 level to 500, they resume. So the summer holiday goes on for about 4 months. And then the shortest holiday is the holiday after your first semester. And I think it's just like 2 weeks or so. Yeah, I think it's just 2 weeks. And for how long a semester should be about 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. For these 100 level people that are coming in now, they have September to start. So let's say they resume 29th of September, from the things that I've heard. So they have September, October, November, December, January, February. February, we should start writing our exams, like our final exams for the first semester. And by March, people should be done. But like by February, everybody should actually be done. So we have 2 weeks break. So let's say late March, people start resuming again. Now from March to June, July, that is the end of the whole session, because from that time people are already going home, people are done with their exams. So yeah, I think it's 4 months, if I'm not mistaken. Please do the maths for me. Someone said, my friends and I are hearing different things. Please, which hostel is the best? All my life, I've been in one hostel, which is so weird and it's annoying, because I was hoping to get a different hostel this session, but I still ended up getting the same hostel. So I've been in one hostel from 100 level to 400 level. And I really do not know which hostel I would say is the best, because every hostel, they have their own ups and downs. I really like Mississippi, but Mississippi is the oldest hostel and it's not so fine compared to the other hostels. Like the new hostel now, Lake Tana, is fine, but like it's also far from the gate. So if you're walking from your hostel to your block, it's just a lot of stress. If you're walking from Lake Tana or now Delta to your block, it's just a lot of stress. Just be praying that the hostel you get, to be okay for you and you'll be comfortable in it. Someone asked me, he said, how is law in Nile? Is it really that stressful? The question is there any school that is offering law that law is not stressful in? I feel like law is stressful everywhere, but then there's obviously a way to manage this thing. There's a way to read and to pass. Law is not an easy course. It's really not an easy course. I'm telling you, it's really not an easy course. From my 100 level, I already started crying. I started rethinking my decision, but it's not as bad as people make it seem. But yeah, it's depending on what works for you. If you're the type to read, you can read. I feel like you can decide how you want your course to be for you. If you decide that you're going to start reading, ask questions in class, participate in school activities, then you might as well just start enjoying your course. But like, if you just want the course to overwhelm you, you just decide, oh, this course is too hard for me to do. it will be hard for you to do. So everything is mindset at the end of the day. If you put your mind to it, there's really nothing you cannot achieve. So yeah, law is stressful. I'm not going to lie, it's a very stressful course, but people have done it and they've done well. They've done it and they've passed well. So it depends on what works for you. Someone said, "Hi, please, how much is Mascom? Nile Mascom per year?" She's asking how much Mascom is. I really don't know. Oh my gosh, I really don't know. I shall know the increased school fees. I would find something. I would find the the email that they sent to us, because the email had like all the courses and how much the school fees is now. So I would find it and I would attach it to the screen. So somebody said, "Hi, good morning. So basically, I'm applying to study law and I got 295. Is that enough? My WAEC is really good. Also, when does application start and when does the school year for 2025 start? Thank you." Uh, I don't know when application starts, so, and I think 295 is actually a good result. And since she said her WAEC is good, I don't think you have any problem getting into the school. And application should start September, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, this is September. Application should start this month, if I'm not mistaken, because I know registration for students, it should start maybe in the next 2 weeks or so. But I'm not really sure for freshers. I'm really not sure, but I believe it should start this September. Somebody texted me and said, "No hi, no hello." He said, "Cut-off mark for nursing in Nile." Just like that. uh First of all, I would like to address the approach. The approach is not so nice. You would not walk up to a person and just ask them, "Cut-off mark for nothing in Nile." Like, why would you do that? Please, 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 please. I just want to put it out there that when you're texting people, the approach matters. I can decide not to answer you and nothing will happen. I'm kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, you should know how to approach people. You don't just tell me "cut-off mark for nothing in Nile" as if you know me from anywhere. Abeg o, abeg o. And they don't do nothing in Nile, so I don't know the cut-off mark. Someone also asked me the dress code for law students. Obviously, it's white and black. White shirt and black trouser. And if you're going to wear short sleeve, you're advised to carry a blazer. That's how the school is. Carry your blazer for your short sleeve. They also look at the hair that the ladies make. So you don't want to do something too shouty or something too long, because if you carry that type of hair during exam, they can, well, they wouldn't really send you out, but they'll talk to you. So yeah, in order to just avoid the whole stress, just do something simple, especially during exam season. Just do something that wouldn't really catch plenty attention, or that wouldn't really draw people to you. So that's all about it. Thank you guys for watching this video to the end. If you have any more questions, I'll be in the comment section and I'll be glad and willing to respond to everybody's question. So yeah, thank you, and I really hope you find this video helpful. And for the people that are coming into Nile University, especially the law students, I'm wishing you success and I'm wishing you all the best. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Bye.